Hey there, everybody. Keynote motivational speaker Dave the Chef Sheffield with a basic rundown of how any small business owner can be up and running using Twitter in a very short period of time. I am not an expert on Twitter, but I do have a good friend who is. My friend Joel Comm literally wrote the book on it, Twitter Power 3.0. Strongly recommend you check it out. Ding. Um, but nonetheless, basically Twitter's means that any small business owner needs to be involved with to not only keep tabs on what's going on within their industry, to aggregate different content, but also how to communicate with your customers and or prospects. And so we're going to share with you a few things today in this real short webcast on how do you set up, like if you don't have a Twitter account, then it's real simple to set up. Everything I'm going to share with you today is totally free. How do you gain content so you're not just that person who has a post and every post that you put out there is buy from me, buy from me. Here's our special. The first part about social media is it is social. You have to employ social skills. Don't be puking your business on everybody. Be a source of information, gain their trust. They'll be happy to respond in kind when the time does come. So how do you gather content? How do you schedule the content so you're not feeling like you have to be on social media all day long? And then what are some tools that you can utilize right away? I know there's a number of other platforms out there that you're familiar with, LinkedIn, Facebook, etc., Instagram, and all those. My recommendation is start with one. Today we're just starting with Twitter, okay? Get to know it for a few weeks and then move on and get to know another platform. You don't want to spread yourself too thin. So a couple of basics here with respect to, oh shoot, you're going to have this thing pop up. We don't need that. Twitter, couple of deals. Number one, whoa, there we go. You see, I'm a consummate professional and we are going live and uncut here right now. Couple elements you need to know. This little pound sign is a hashtag. It's a topic area. For example, if I'm reading leadership quotes and I want to share that with my followers or put it out there on Twitter, I'll just put leadership quotes after the hashtag. Or if I'm a carpet cleaner, I might say carpet cleaner or carpet cleaner and insert the name of the city that I happen to be in, because people will search for those things and I will pop up. The little ampersand or @ symbol recognizes a person or business in their tweet. So for example, when I read Joel Comm's book, I tweeted him. I said, @Joel Comm, your book rocks. Both of these things are public. Nothing is private unless you get to direct messages. Direct messages are just like a text message. I think they're probably faster, I don't know. But Joel could probably tell you, he probably wrote about it. Direct message, so my good friend Rich Redmond, Jason Aldean's drummer, if he had a great show that I saw him at playing a stadium, I'm going to say, hey, direct message at Rich Redmond, great show. And he's going to probably respond in kind. Now either one of these things here, direct messages or @ symbols, you can have different elements set up so you can actually monitor that and see when people are mentioning you. Now setting up your profile, very simple. This is my Twitter dashboard. You can see I've got my little logo thingy here. I just, you can pay a designer, you can play with it and take forever. I found somebody on Fiverr, which is a terrific service. It cost me a whopping $5 to have this banner made up. And she took care of that. And then I've got my little profile photo. Strongly recommend a personal photo, not just a logo. And God forbid if you have just that little Twitter placeholder egg there, nobody will follow you. But put something in here that's dynamic. And you can change it. It's always better to do something and get it out there than to wait and wait and wait and get stuck in analysis paralysis. So as you can see, here's my Twitter feed. This is people that I follow. These are people I can follow and so on. How do I aggregate content? Well, I use a service called Feedly. It's a great feed, just as it sounds, for the blogs I read about. I read about 100 blogs a day. I read them typically in the morning, and I don't really want to share 100 different blogs with my Twitter followers right away in the morning. But Feedly will go out and say, hey, you're interested in, let's say, business, or if I'm interested in basket weaving, I can put that in there. And anything that is put out there, they will add to my feed. I can essentially customize what kind of news or information or blogs, if you will, that I'm putting in. So, for example, let's say, I was looking here, Shark Tank effect. how to prepare your website for a traffic influx, and I can read this. This is great. Do this all the time, blah, 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 blah. We've got a photo in here. This is from Inc., it looks like, 2 biggest concerns. This might be something that my followers may be interested in. So I am going to share this with my followers. I'm going to actually schedule it via the thing I'm going to talk to you about next on Buffer. And in Buffer, I'm going to add this here. I'm going to put in Shark Tank, because people search for Shark Tank. This is where you put whatever elements, whatever topic area in there. You'll notice the little hashtag. Now this is scheduled. So I can and will go through, I read these, I share a certain number of them. If I have specific clients that I'm thinking of with that, I might put an insert name of client or their user handle, go from there. Now, how do you avoid Twitter dump? Well, you use Buffer. Buffer is a free service. They also have a great paid service with a few other bells and whistles. You can integrate all of your social media platforms in here, as you can see here. And once you have that set up, it allows you to schedule your tweets. So I've set up several times, 8 times it looks like, throughout the day. So as I'm reading, I say, okay, schedule this, schedule this, schedule this, and I don't need to worry about it. They'll take care of it. It's cocked, it's loaded, it's going to go out. You can, like I said, schedule everything here. I'm going to have links to all of this in the show notes, so you can click on that and you don't have to find a pen and paper or something and write it down. And then this also tells me, hey, here's what's scheduled to go out. This is something that's going to go in at 6:05 p.m. The Shark Tank effect is actually going on at 6:13 a.m. tomorrow morning. So it gives the illusion or the appearance that I'm constantly in touch with people throughout the day, or throwing information out there without having to be tied to my computer, phone, tablet. All of these platforms I'm sharing with you do this. How do you monitor your social media? And we're coming up on our time here because we're at 7 minutes. This is getting too long. Hootsuite is another deal. Love the heck out of Hootsuite. Home feed, mentions. So my friend like Lewis House said, hey, thanks, Shef. I obviously commented to him about something. Direct messages, here's my inbox. And then, of course, if we scroll over here, here's my tweets. So this is a real quick and dirty basic thing on how do you use Twitter. You absolutely have to get set up on Twitter because it's the way that people communicate today. So if you have questions, please connect with me. The link is here, and we'll look forward to talking with you real soon. Always better your best.